satellite and radar. We've got 38 at Central Park with some light green around the area. Notice to the north and the west and the northeast. Bridgeport, White Plains all above freezing, but that's where we're seeing still some of the pink. So surface temperatures are close enough that maybe that's a little bit of freezing rain. So what basically that means, again, use caution on the roadways this morning as we still are dealing with that. It'll eventually move all out and we're just left with the cloudy skies and the cool temperatures. 42 at noontime, about 44 through 5 p.m., 45 through 10 o'clock. It's after that we'll start to see skies clear a little bit and drier road conditions for later on. All right, so not dry road conditions out there now. It's definitely messy. Adele, what's going on?
Yeah, it's a sloppy commute.
Direction, and yes, out of the east-northeast, that raw kind of wind. But tomorrow you can see by the afternoon gusts right out of the northwest, 20 to 30 miles per hour. That's the case all day. So I'm talking wind chills in the 20s and 30s tomorrow, teens by Saturday morning, and some real wintry weather potential next week. I'll talk about that in the 10-day.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath and think about how I'll approach this later with my guys. Let's just take you now to the radar and satellite picture. It kind of shows you the mess that we've been through the last few hours. Thankfully, a lot of this is winding down. We still have some of that chilly rain through eastern Suffolk County. Temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. We're at 36 in Bridgeport, 34 in Poughkeepsie with some light rain. Where you see that pink, Monticello 30 degrees. There's still some patchy freezing rain, and so watch those slick spots this morning. Of course, Adele's got you covered. So where do we go from here? Well, this is a boundary that'll be moving through. We get the cold front to come through tonight, and it's cold. We're definitely going to feel the change tomorrow. Gusty winds, wind chills in the 20s and 30s. By Saturday morning, wind chills down in the teens, and maybe some more clouds and a quick little burst of flurries, perhaps by Saturday afternoon. But overall, the weekend pretty quiet as temperatures then make that turnaround by Sunday. So it's been a familiar pattern over the last couple weeks, right? Cold Friday and Saturday, and then the rebound happening on Sunday. 38 degrees out there now, raw east wind at 14. We stay mostly cloudy with temperatures generally in the low to mid 40s through the day today. Don't expect a ton of sunshine in the city. South and west by Newark toward Clinton, you may break out into some of that sun later on this afternoon. 43 degrees with more clearing, though, for everyone tonight. We get a lot of sunshine tomorrow, 45 degrees, but that right there, northwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. We'll keep those wind chills tomorrow down into the 20s and 30s. But looking ahead, we are going to be pretty active. Some slick spots out there, and I've zoomed in on the Hudson Valley and into Connecticut where you see that little bit of pink, maybe some freezing rain as temperatures are pretty close to freezing. Just about above everywhere else, though. Bridgeport at 36, Islip and Merrick, as well as Central Park at 38 degrees, 35 in Clinton. We're up to 40 in Newark and 42 in Monmouth Beach. So that's a good thing for road conditions. However, give it a little bit more time and we'll just end up being just cloudy instead of this drizzly mess we've got now. 44 degrees by 1 o'clock through the evening hours, staying mainly gray, but pretty quiet. And then after 10 o'clock, we'll start to see more of that cloud cover break up. All right, it is definitely tricky out there this morning, and I want to give lots of time for yourself to be out and about.
Yeah, definitely allows some,
because it's still a little damp out there. So if you're taking your fur baby out, Elvis, ready for it, you got to keep that towel by the door and wipe those paws. We are just gray through the rest of the day, and temperatures holding into the 40s, but temperatures will continue to fall through the day tomorrow and into the weekend. So I'll break down the impacts there coming up in the 10-day. Nearby, it's keeping things a little bit drizzly at least, but it's on its way out. We're going to see in its place a cold front sweep through, and that's going to clear us out, dry us out, get us the sunshine back for tomorrow. But you can see in bold letters, it's going to be cold again. Blustery. We're talking wind chills in the 20s and 30s tomorrow, despite the sunshine. A very cold start to the weekend, and then a few systems coming on by that will be enough to keep some clouds around, maybe a snow shower as we get into Saturday. Next week looks pretty interesting, and it's getting more interesting as each model run comes in. I'll show you that in a second. But right now, let's get you through this morning because it's still pretty messy. View via Earth Cam, the vantage point of the Statue of Liberty looking toward lower Manhattan. A lot of cloud cover, and what is out there is pretty light at this point, but still enough that there may be some freezing rain in through parts of Sullivan and Ulster County, Hudson Valley, where temperatures are close to or slightly below freezing. So watch that first step out the door. Otherwise, we've started to dry out for Suffolk County, 38 degrees right now in Islip. So as you plan your day, it's going to stay pretty gray for most of us. I think from Newark south and west, you could get some of that sunshine to break out later on this afternoon. But temperature-wise, pretty much holding where we are going to be later this morning, into low to mid 40s, even through tonight. And eventually the skies do clear. But if you venture a little bit more to the south and west, look at what this warm front is doing. Trenton 61 today, Philadelphia 71. So we're still on the cooler side of things. Then by tonight, that front sweeps through down to 43 degrees. Those winds really pick up northwest 15 to 25, but most of the day gusting 30 plus miles per hour. So that 45 and sunshine not going to feel too warm. And in fact, by the weekend, of course, we're kind of socked in, not just with the clouds, but also start. But let's show you where there still may be some problems. That pink on the radar, never a good thing. That maybe some of that freezing rain through parts of Ulster and into Dutchess County too. Thompson, Bethel in that zone in Sullivan County. This is all pushing off to the east. So eventually we'll see that really ease up. But Monticello, you're down to 31 degrees. So that's always tricky where you're close to or below freezing. Above freezing at 38 in the city, Merrick, Newark, White Plains and Bridgeport all in the mid and upper 30s. That's where we kind of hold as far as the next few hours. And then we stay pretty gray today with mid 40s for high temperatures and through this evening. By tonight, those skies begin to clear at least a little bit. All right, so not clear, of course, the roadways. And Adele, that's a problem when you're trying to get out and about. What are you watching?
Yeah, you're going to hit some slowdowns out there, and of course those wet roads.